everyone, my name's Kirli Saunders and it's such a pleasure to be joining you today for Everyone's an Author. Before I start, I'd like to acknowledge country. So, Nya Kirli Saunders acknowledge Mirini, Gananugang, Darawal, Madung Boringiling Yangu, Didgerigura Nyini, Ganai, Yuan, Ganagara, Gadikul, Birapai, Boringiling for Ayowang Duli. So, I acknowledge my ancestors and I also pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging of the Darawal Nation. This acknowledgement today is particularly pertinent because we're going to be talking a lot about country and a lot about the landscape that knows and remembers us. When I'm writing books, and maybe you know some of my books, The Incredible Freedom Machines or Kindred, or my newest book, Bindi, I really love to pay attention to the setting and the landscape that is an integral character in our stories. Before we start today, I really want you to have a think about the landscape or setting for your own stories. I want you to imagine what that place looks like, how it feels, what the temperature of that space is, if it feels cozy and welcoming, or if it's a place that's rugged and uncomfortable. And I want you to begin to paint the picture of that space with your words. You'll begin to write down some of these ideas using this technique, imagery, the painting of picture with your words, and drawing in that really descriptive terminology to really welcome your audience into exactly the setting that you're placing your story around. So that would be my tip number one, using imagery to write a description for your beautiful setting, that additional character in your story. Another technique that I really like to use when I'm writing is personification. I love to personify a setting in my story. So using personification, we give something a human quality, perhaps a place or a thing or an idea. I know when I move across some of my favourite places on country, maybe out near the ocean, sometimes the ocean is rugged and wild and the horizon melds into the sea. But the ocean there speaks gently to me and it pulls me in certain directions and it shows me the right places to go, guides me. Or if I think about my favourite waterfall that I love to go and sit at, the earth there speaks calmly to me and makes me feel welcomed and helps me remember myself. So perhaps you can begin to explore in your own writing the way that you might personify your own landscape as a wise and knowing space that guides your characters on their journey. I hope these tips help everyone and I can't wait to read your stories. Good luck in this journey and remember, everyone's an author. Bye.